Yeah, I got some great fucking hair. You know I'm drinking my Rampage coffee. You already know that. Look at that silver. Fuck, we can invest. Look at all that silver. We can make an investment today, can't we? Well, it's better to see silver than it is to see headlights, right? Not that I have headlights. All right. Got time to kill. I figured I'd pump out a video. Haven't done one in a while. So let's talk about a job that I did. I'm sitting here, I'm bored. I want to do something. I can't sit on my ass all day long, so I got to do something. So I know what I'm good at. I'm good at art, entertainment, creating. I'm good at food, cooking. I'm fairly good with kids and leadership. I'm good. I know my wheel well. I'm even good biblically. So I'm thinking, what can I do for a job? Work at a church, work at a restaurant, work at a museum. I have all these thoughts. What am I going to do? My new life. So I got. It's kind of an amusing story. I'm fairly new here, okay? So we go out to eat, and there's a restaurant. I won't even name the name, but it has a look, and I thought the look really cool. It has like an old school Western type feel to it. Fuck it, I'll go eat there. Looks like a Western outlaw style restaurant. I don't know. I just have this whole theatrical view of what it looks like. We go inside, and I could have sworn they had like a 10-year-old as a hostess, or whatever. I don't know the age, so I don't know. I'm like, fuck, she looks kind of young to be a hostess. Don't they have like laws? You have to be 18 and over. I don't know. I don't know the rules and laws. So anyway, she seats me. We sit down, and some of you who are local will know what I'm talking about by the description. I'm not going to mention the name, and I'm not going to confirm or deny. So I'm sitting at this spot, and I like the seating and the tables. It's got this wood Wild West restaurant feel. To my left is this big retro jukebox where you can select the music. But it doesn't have music that we've heard of via pop, via country, rock, rap, hip hop, oldie. There's no one. I mean, I don't see no Sinatra. I don't see no fucking Waylon Jennings. I don't see Michael Jackson. Those are the staples of every genre that you'd see at a jukebox, right? I don't see none of that. I don't see ZZ Top. I just see these things like fucking George Tin Bucket Fisherman, fucking Thelma fucking Jones, or Robert One Fishing Line Jones, or whatever. I don't fucking know their names, but they're fucking jabronis, people we've never heard of. So I don't really select any fucking music, and I'm figuring it's old timey. So I'm like, tell my wife, give me a quarter. We'll fish out a song. The waitress comes up and goes, it's actually 75 cents. And I'm like, all right, I'm not going to pay 75 cents for one song from someone I've never heard of. That's fine. I was going to, for shits and giggles, put a quarter in there, right? Anyways, so we ordered our food. I'm laughing because I know how this story goes. So they bring out the chips and dip, right? It's a Mexican meal I'm ordering, so I get my chips and dip. And it's the staple you think of, right? You have chips and salsa, right? They brought out fried tortilla chips, Thousand Island. So this is what they wanted you to do. Yeah. They wanted you to dip your chip in a Thousand Island, then dip it in the salsa, then dip it in the ranch, and then that's your dip. That's your chip. I give everything a try, and it tasted as disgusting as I described. All right, Joey, even though they told you to do this a different way, different combo. So my dumbass did backwards: ranch, salsa, Thousand Island. Just as gross. Took the chip, dipped it in the Thousand Island by itself. Wasn't that disgusting, but it didn't marry very well. Dipped the chip alone in the ranch. Wasn't disgusting, but didn't marry very well. Dipped the chip in the salsa. It worked. Like, why did I have to test all that horseshit? That's how it was meant to be. So the waitress comes back and she encourages me to do the same procedure. Dip it in Thousand Island, dip it in salsa, then dip it in the ranch. Make sure you get a clump of all. Maybe I didn't get enough. So I did this a few times with her approval and watching, and it got grosser. We get our food. I order the appetizer. I don't remember what it is, what it's called. What it basically is, wrap your heads on this. And if you want to steal this idea, don't. It's not worth it. I was a victim that ate it. It is essentially a taco meatball that has like fried chicken fry around it. It wasn't cooked all the way either, so it was rather disgusting. Not a good appetizer. We go on to our entree. And by the way, it was served in a platter where half the platter is cheese, half the platter is out of the can refried beans. So it's such a gross. I didn't fucking even finish it. I took 2 bites. I'm like, I'm done. My wife got, I don't know what, but it was pretty much, it tasted like Dinty Moore spilled on top of a plate of rice that was cold and over salted. Yeah. And then I ordered the enchilada special, whatever it is. The enchilada wasn't bad. No complaints. Wasn't bad. Wasn't good, but it wasn't bad. Then what else did we get? I don't remember, but we were just like, we're check please. We're like, I'm done. I'm fucking done with this place. It's the first time. Not only did I not finish my meal, I was grossed out to a point where I almost wanted to throw up. Like my stomach was nauseated for at least a few hours afterwards. That's how fucking gross this food was. Well, the waitress comes over and she goes, "How'd y'all like your meal?" I don't bullshit anyone. I was like, I gotta be honest, your fucking cook is horrible. You need to fire him. Whoever your cook is, you need to fire him and hire me to be your cook. So I wrote down my information and I did it kind of halfway serious and halfway like, they're not going to call me, right? Of all the jobs I applied for, they're the only motherfuckers that called me back. So I go, I do my interview, and the person who's in charge basically tells me, I don't know if you want to do this or not, but if you do, we'll hire you because we don't have any people right now. Yeah, sure, whatever, I'm in. They say they're going to hire me as a cook for breakfast. I'm stoked. Doesn't turn out that way. I end up doing the mid, I don't know what shift you'd call it, but I started basically at 1:45 and I finished working at like 10:30 at night. 1:45 to about 10:30 at night. It was a horrible experience. Let me start off by telling you, I didn't get no breaks, didn't get no lunches, I didn't get an opportunity to piss or drink water. That's how nonstop the work was. And I'm a hard worker, so if you work me, I'll let you work me. I'll let you work my dick in the ground if you want to. I need a good boss, the type that will be able to tell me to take a break, because I will work my dick in the ground. I'm a good worker. So, I'm trying to think of what we start. I started off with restocking one of the fridges, and I got 2 different types of orders. One guy told me just cut the ham as fast as you can and fill the fridge. The other guy said, take your time and cut it precisely this. One guy is the head cook, one guy is the general manager. So I'm getting 2 different directions. So that was fun. I did that. Then I made pico de gallo the way they make it as opposed to the way you're supposed to make it. Pico de gallo this is how I make it. And this is my recipe. It's tomatoes, onions, jalapenos, cilantro, garlic, lemon, and lime. Yeah, and I mix it up. That's basically, if you want to get fancy, we'll add sliced and diced cucumber if you want to get fancy. Maybe some spices here and there if you want to get fancy. But that's the basic. A stripped down pico de gallo is onion, tomato, jalapeno. That's it. These motherfuckers wanted me to do pico de gallo of tomatoes, onions, and bell pepper. That's not pico de gallo, guys. I hate to tell you that's not. That's fine. No cilantro, no lemon, no nothing. I'm going to keep on going so you don't think I'm nitpicking. I just want you to know the precedence of what made me decide not to return. And in between all these jobs, the head cook is kind of talking shit the whole time. At first, I thought it was just to me, but he's talking shit to everyone. And he's saying shit like, "You having fun yet?" But like in a dick type of way. I hope you love this. But he's saying this like as a dick. I may add, during the interview, when I told the general manager what I wanted to do, he asked why I was applying. I said, because I want to cook. I want to learn. And I said, I love doing this. And he said, you're not going to love it. You're going to hate it. He said, I fucking hate it. We all hate working here. When I first was told that, I was like, well, that's a hell of an entry to this job. Your boss is telling you that the team hates being there and the boss hates being there and your fucking manager hates being there. Everyone hates this situation. If you work in a kitchen and you do cooking, you have to fucking love it. I love doing food. So I told him, I was like, I don't care, man. I enjoy cooking. That's just you. I told him in a very professional manner. So we move on to making chips. They had me make essentially 9, I could be off, it's either 7 or 9 trash cans full of chips. So I'm loading these chips in trash can. The trash cans are not really clean. If you're asking my opinion, I don't think they're clean. So I'm dumping these chips in there and then I'm watching how they work. And I just simply said, hey man, you guys do like a team clean? Do you have to clean before and after your shift? How does cleaning work? And they looked at me and they just said, you want to clean? Go ahead and clean. Here's a mop bucket and here's a broom. So I cleaned the whole kitchen. I mopped it and I swept it. And I'm just doing what they tell me. I just assume we cleaned the kitchen. I don't fucking know, okay? I looked into their walk-ins. It was like a fucking nightmare. I can't tell you for sure, but it looked like it had black mold on it. It looked fucking horrible, guys. It really did. But it wasn't a really good experience. I'm gonna be honest. It just wasn't. The team didn't seem cohesive. So I'm putting these hot ass plates in this hot ass oven, and the guy's fucking telling me to hurry up, and I'm like, hey man, I'm new here. Let me find a safe way to do this because there's no mitts, and there's no oven mitts, there's no oven towel, there's nothing for me to use to get the shit out. They're using like server spoons and tongs to pick the shit up with. I'm like, and the third guy in charge is this little Hispanic man who doesn't speak English. That's fine. I know some Spanish, but not enough to do for a job. That's fine though. I'm not complaining. So I'm sitting there telling him, like, look, dude, do you have any mitts or anything? A safe way to do this? He goes, whatever in Spanish. He holds his finger. I'm like, what's that supposed to mean? And then some other person goes, he's telling you he burnt his nail off doing what you're doing. I'm like, great. I like my nails. I don't want to burn them off. So again, this is more of the introduction to my job. And they already done told me I'm getting paid $8 an hour. So they had me do some lifting and putting shit away type stuff. I'm bending over, picking up boxes, and whole time thinking to myself, I'm gonna do all this for like almost $40. It was not a good experience. And then they're coming over and they're calling out plates to me. Like, for example, they would say, give me the Pancho Villa special. I don't know what the Pancho Villa special is. I've been here for like only a few hours. You haven't trained me. You haven't told me shit. You're putting me online calling out plates for me to make. And I'm like, huh? And the head chef says like it's a joke or a game. He's like, we're going to see how good you really are. I'm like, I'm only as good as you fucking trained me to be. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what a Pancho Villa special is. I can't make something I don't know. You haven't told me what it is. So they're screaming like, it's 2 tacos enchilada, tostada with a red shell, and green sauce, and fucking refried beans, not boiled beans, and it's gotta be white rice, not brown rice, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, huh? So I do that for a while, and then they're like, let me get the Pancho Villa shootout, whatever it is. They're not called the Pancho Villa, by the way. I'm just trying to use an example. Let me get the Pancho Villa shootout. What? It's essentially the same plate, but make sure that the taco has green sauce instead of red sauce, and make sure there is pinto beans instead of refried beans, and white rice instead of red rice. What? And chicken instead of steak. I'm like, fuck, I don't know these things. And if you told me, I'm not going to retain it the first day. And that went on for a little while. I was very frustrating. I was fucking up lots of plates, and they're telling me how I'm fucking it up. And they're not doing it like in a supportive manner. They're doing it like you're kind of a shitbag. You're fucking it up kind of manner. So they sent me to another prep area where you're supposed to like make like fried chicken and catfish, fried pickles, fried onion rings, all that bullshit. Again, they don't teach me. They just tell me, we're making fried onion rings. So I'm cutting my onion rings, and they're coming over and correcting me on the size of them. I'm like, this is the first time I've done this. Then it goes down to the rings are breaking, which is a valid. I get it, but I'm still new. I haven't practiced enough. Then it goes down to, I think it was chicken fried steak. I don't know the science behind chicken fried steak, but I know the meat they gave me was crumbling and falling apart. I'm guessing because they made it too thin, so it appears to be really big. Because they wanted a really big Texas fried steak, and they spread it out. They did it too much. So I'm sitting there, and all the fucking meat's falling apart in the batter. And the person working with me is basically telling me, I'm not helping them. I get it. My back hurts just thinking about this story. Yeah, dude, it just sucked. It was a bad pick for me. I hope to be doing something in the creative or entertainment, or working with kids, or working with food, working with animals, or church even. Or guns. There's a long list of what I wouldn't mind working with. But I want them to respect me, teach me, train me, and have room for growth. Money is not that important to me. What are you doing, Tequila? I'm getting distracted by the fucking cat, aren't I? Anyways, so that's my story. I immediately I pretty much quit. I'm like, I'm done. I'm fucking done with this. So that was my last day. I'll talk about more shit, but I kind of want to give you something to talk about, or I want to talk about. I'm new to this. This is gonna be like my diary, I guess. I don't know, my vlog, I don't know what it's gonna be. But for those who miss me and want to see me and want to know what I'm up to, here you go. This is it. It's not for everyone. If you don't give a shit about it, that's fine. But there are some people who do want to see me and they do miss me. So if you got love for me, share this. Show your friends. Have them watch this boring vlog series. I don't know what's going to become of it. It's too new for me. But this is my life now. And live stream.